the ultimate advocate for the freedom of speech.
That is true.
Stop talking, that's when violence happens.
So if there's any type of government coercion in regards to that, that's something that Charlie would have been against. Even when it comes to disparaging comments, he would let the people come to the mic and say what it is that they want to say, and he would debate them in good faith. That's the American way. That's how we get any type of headway in our country, is through dialogue, and that's why I'm a bit upset at the conservative response when it comes to Jimmy Kimmel.
You know what? I respect that.
He was Jesus on earth. He was like living AI, where you could go and ask it a question and it would respond to you, but with God.
There's nothing more delusional than what I just said. All right, guys. Got this recommended to me. I'm curious. Also, what an interesting first panel. It should be public. It should be quick. It should be televised. I believe that is Charles Kirk saying something about public execution. But yeah, obviously he was talking about, you know, after you were convicted to have public executions. But I will say, I think there's a conversation to have about how that's probably not a good idea to completely desensitize people to violence through public executions and turn it into some kind of like weird blood sport. I think it's cruel and unusual. Probably not good, even if it's legal. That doesn't really sound very Christian-like. At least I don't think so.
Purely a
Okay, so anyway, let's get this going.
He said this about the death penalty. He wanted public executions, and I think it's very ironic that
What's up with the black guy?
he got publicly executed. Too many
Where's Andrew Callahan? Is this like, is he, this is funny.
people are feeling bad for him. I think we should respect his beliefs. He didn't believe in empathy, so I think we should respect his beliefs and not have any empathy for him.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, I believe he did say he doesn't believe in empathy. This video says Charlie Kirk empathy/sympathy, full video in context. Let's see, it's only a minute long.
And so there's some really good polling out of Alaska that shows that Kelly Shabaka is gaining on Lisa Murkowski and is in a very, very good position despite the unconstitutional, immoral, incredibly complicated ranked choice voting system. Never should have been approved.
What? Sorry, I was thrown off. I feel like now we've met a bigger issue. Ranked choice voting is a really good idea. Basically, what ranked choice voting would do is, let's say instead of voting between 2 people, we vote between 5 people, right? And everybody votes in order 1 to 5. You know, so like, let's say you're a Trumper, so you're like, oh, I'll take Trump, Harris. You know, I'll take Trump, balls, wiener, poop, Harris. Let's say everybody votes and, like, you know, maybe Trump gets the most number 1 votes, but the person with the highest points is like balls, right? Because it wasn't everyone's first pick, but it was a pretty solid, consistent pick. That's a great idea. It gives more people the ability to run. It gives more people the ability to participate. It gives us more options, which means you're going to have a better, I would say, distribution of different ideas. So, I mean, just on face value, this wasn't what this video was supposed to be about when we're looking into this, but I think that, like, it's honestly, I think it was a terrible miss to discount ranked choice voting. That, in my opinion, is one of the things that would actually save our democracy more than anything else. But okay,
It's silly.
why?
Backwards.
Why?
It's rigged. It's awful.
How's it rigged? What?
So the new communication strategy for Democrats, now that their polling advantage is collapsing in every single state. It's collapsing in Ohio. It's collapsing even in Arizona. It is now a race where Blake Masters is in striking distance. Kerry Lake is doing very, very well. The new communication strategy is not to do what Bill Clinton used to do, where he would say, I
Blowjobs, yeah.
feel your pain. Instead, it is to say you're actually not in pain. So let's just very short clip. Bill Clinton in the 1990s, it was all about empathy and sympathy. I can't stand the word empathy, actually.
Why?
I think empathy is a made-up New Age term that does a lot of damage, but
Why?
it is very effective when it comes to politics. Sympathy I prefer more than empathy. That's a separate topic for a different time.
I'd be curious about the full topic, because my understanding is like sympathy versus empathy is like sympathy, I feel bad for you. Empathy is when I can understand why you're going through something. So I don't quite understand that. Is there a full video where he has a conversation about sympathy and empathy? Because why would you only, what's his issue with, does he ever explain this? Yeah, I feel like we don't have enough context for that to like understand why, like what his issue with sympathy versus empathy is. I think that empathy is a great thing, that we should be able to connect with each other and try to help each other just on the foundation that it's the right thing to do. Spread our ideas, our values. You know, if the first person who learned how to make fire didn't share fire, society would evolve slower. So we should share. That's what empathy is to me. I think it's a beautiful feminine thing. And I think that not valuing empathy is not valuing femininity. But I wonder what his full thing is. I wonder if he ever explained it. Like I don't know. Maybe he's just disagreeing to disagree.
What was your emotional reaction like when you found out Charlie Kirk was assassinated?
It was crazy. I think it's interesting to bring up people's first reaction to Charlie Kirk, because I remember seeing a bit of this from Dean Withers.
His wife and children were in attendance, dude. Imagine, you know, imagine being a 12-year-old, you know, watching your dad fucking die. Nobody deserves that. Not even Charlie Kirk.
And even more
Yeah, I don't know, man.
worse, or people are also mad at Parker after.
I kind of feel like that wasn't genuine. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. Maybe I've seen a lot of Dean, and I don't know. It doesn't seem very genuine to me. What I think is that like Dean was probably really worked up and upset, mostly because another content creator was killed, and like for content creators, I think especially politically leaning ones, I think it shook them. But for a content creator, I think especially Dean Withers, who's somebody who wanted to be like kind of like the almost anti-Charlie Kirk, I feel like it was one of those things where he felt like, holy shit, that could have been me. But yeah, maybe I'm wrong about that.
I broke down crying. I was at work, unfortunately. I went into a room and I cried. I called my parents.
Wow.
I mean, he's had such an impact on our lives.
Why? What did he do to your life?
Felt like from a religious standpoint, he just helped strengthen our faith, and from a political standpoint.
This fucking kid. This fucking idiot kid. I'm going to be honest with you with the Kyle Rittenhouse. The fucking left made him like a superstar. Kind of like a half-ass shitty superstar, but like, you know, like he went to that rally and he was legally armed, my understanding, or maybe it wasn't legal, I don't remember, but he like defended himself or whatever. But I feel like they should have tried to like pin everything on this kid. It didn't, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. From what I saw, it seemed like somewhat justifiable. There's an argument to be made that he went there with a gun intentionally looking for trouble. I don't know if that's true, but I feel like all they really did was like threw him into the fucking conservative atmosphere to become some kind of weird little celebrity.
I felt like I should never.
Now he's just like he's not even trying to move on from that moment. That's like his whole life now. You know?
Back down from what I believe in.
He had such a
This guy's built as fuck.
heart, such a heart for the black community.
25% of black youth were raised by a single mom. That's the number one issue happening in the country, and it's not because of systemic racism.
That's racist. Sorry. Just to be clear, that is racist. I don't know what else to tell you. What else could it be? You think, unless you think that black people are inherently worse off or worse people? They're not. They're the same as the rest of us. Okay? Just, you know, the darker the fruit, though, the sweeter the juice. That's the only difference. If you don't believe that systemic racism is the reason why there are discrepancies between like black, white people, every other person, then you're probably just racist. I'm sorry to say that, but it's really just a reality. And if you're like, no, I think that affirmative action actually made them this way, that's would be systemic racism, right? So, like, yes, it is. If saying something like that is an anti-black dog whistle, that's like the whole point. When he says things like, "Oh, I wish we didn't, pass the Civil Rights Act," and he's like, "Well, it's because I don't like affirmative action nowadays. We needed affirmative action back in the day because everything was white affirmative action." It's very frustrating when people who probably have no idea what Charlie Kirk is outside of a few memes on Instagram sit here and go to bat with him so hard. 99% of the people at this memorial have no idea who Charlie Kirk was or any of his words. I've consistently watched Charlie Kirk, mostly to criticize him, because I disagree with him. But, like, he's racist. He didn't like black people. Sorry, but...
He just wanted people to be better. To recognize the full
what the fuck? That's not Andrew Callahan.
potential. To stop with the victim mentality and walk in greatness as he knew that we can.
I think that we do need to stop the victim mentality. There's a difference between acknowledging a problem versus victimizing yourself over the problem. Right? Like, you can acknowledge, like, yeah, man, like, you know, maybe something's happening in my life because of systemic racism. That's acknowledging. Saying I'll never succeed, I'll always me because of it, that's victimizing yourself, right? Acknowledgement can be a very positive, productive thing.
Charlie Kirk is the 13th disciple.
What do you mean by
What? The 13th disciple?
that?
Well, the disciples all died bringing people to Jesus. They were martyred bringing people to Jesus.
I want to be absolutely clear. No. I don't think so. I don't think Charlie Kirk was the disciple of Jesus, unless Judas had the partner. I saw an AI video of him. But I don't know if I want to play it though, because I feel like it might be weird on YouTube, you know?
So now Satan's dancing and thrilled, and I'm telling.
Listen, by the way, it's a horrible thing that Charlie Kirk was assassinated, but like I hate that we're fucking glazing a guy who wasn't a particularly good person. And even if you liked him, like, this memorial is insane. This is preposterous. It's insane.
Telling people, if you voted for the Democrats this last election, you voted for the cartels.
Have you always been so religious?
No, because when I was in Vietnam, I was killing people.
Wow, that's fucking crazy, brother.
And I couldn't understand what the hell was going on. Why would God allow this?
Great question.
If people are crying about Charlie, why aren't they crying about the school shootings? I'm
Yeah, that's a great question.
an educator. I have been trained to.
Well, so do you guys want a real answer to that question? Listen, you want to know the real answer why conservatives are so worked up over this? I'm going to give you this, and this has actually been making me feel better. Okay? I want to be honest with you. Please let me explain when I say this. God bless. He didn't deserve to be killed. But Charlie Kirk is the right's George Floyd. And I don't say that to be rude or mean or diminishing or bullying or anything like that. But like, when we take a step back, we can kind of observe these two incidents individually. George Floyd, murdered by a police officer who did not have to kill him. He just didn't. He murdered the guy. It was a terrible thing. And people rioted. Realistically speaking, though, George Floyd, don't know if he was necessarily a model citizen. Okay? But no one deserves to die. It was terrible. A lot of people were worked up, though, because they were home and they were kind of online and they were like, and they were very outraged. And I think it led to a lot of good police reform. Body cameras, I think, are great to protect police officers and people that they're, interacting with. Charlie Kirk, assassinated. Horrible. Never should have happened. Not necessarily the best guy. Again, did not deserve to die. The difference here is that when it came to George Floyd, people were trying to speak against police brutality and like this buddy cop system that's really fucked up. Sorry to say, when it comes to this other situation, people are not speaking against political violence, or else they wouldn't be following Trump, the number one pusher of political violence. Trump is very active about pushing political violence. He loves diminishing people. He made fun of Nancy Pelosi's husband for getting hit with a hammer. He's constantly like riled up. He's calling people. He is the number one caller of other people. He calls people fascists and all this other crazy shit. Communists. So, at least the George Floyd, I mean, when it came to the riots, they were unproductive, I think, a lot of them. But at the end of the day, we got positive police reform out of it. We're not going to get anything out of this. This is just conservatives venting. So, sorry to say. It's terrible, but that's what it is. And so, like, get ready for the next, maybe like couple of years until people eventually move on to their new thing. I mean, right now we're so like short-term brained. I'm sure we'll move on to the next whatever somewhat soon, but it's kind of true. It's kind of true.
I'm an educator. I have been trained to die for children. We're supposed to jump in front of the gun, counting or not counting gang violence.
What would you say resonated the most with you about his messaging?
Well, a message of hope, even though things may seem bleak. We
When did he do that?
have Christ, but also
When did he do that?
kind of like the way he lived his life, like how he got
What?
married early and how he talked about having kids.
I don't think he got married early.
Really?
What? He got married 3 years ago. And he's 31. He got married at 28. What are you talking about? He tells you should get married by like 20, but he didn't get married until he was almost 30, and he didn't have his kid until almost 30. Not sure about to be an asshole. He didn't even live the message that he spoke. I don't know. But this guy doesn't even know anything about Charlie Kirk.
Really resonated with me because I think a lot of that is a solution to a lot of the problems and the challenges that we're facing here in America.
He was Jesus on earth. He was.
If you want people to have kids earlier, then like make things cheaper. Like be more for the middle class. They can feel like they can afford it. Like, what do you want me to tell you?
It was like living AI, where you could go and ask it a question and it will respond to you, but with God.
Prodigal son.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Okay.
He was Jesus on earth. He was like living AI, where you could go and ask it a question and it will respond to you, but with God.
There's nothing more delusional than what I just saw. The only thing worse about this psychotic woman that thought that Charlie Kirk was a direct link to Jesus Christ himself.
He was like living AI, where you could go.
Is this bringing your dog anywhere? Okay, I fucking hate people who bring fucking dogs places. Okay, don't bring your fucking dog to the supermarket. Don't bring your dog to the Charlie Kirk rally. Don't bring your fucking dog to a goddamn dog park. I don't want to hear about. I don't want to see your fucking dog. All right, it pisses me off. It pisses me the fuck off.
Jesus on earth. He was like living AI.
She's crazy.
Where you could go and ask it a question and it will respond to you, but with God.
Prodigal son.
Absolutely.
None of it happened before. Remember
Absolutely. Thank you, Charlie.
What does that mean?
Good seeing you again.
What's all your dogs' names?
Red, blue, green, pink, butterfly, Brooklyn, bagel, binky, brownie, Bambi, peanut. We really
I think she just made that up on the spot.
like the way that Charlie Kirk thought about marriage.
Why?
I'm single and in my 40s, and
I wonder why.
maybe there's like been a little bit of a spark. Maybe I'll find my perfect man.
Okay.
You know, you're not going to find really anything at the bar or stuff like that. So, yeah. Although I have 10 dogs, so I don't really need a man, but.
What are the dogs doing to you? What the fuck? I was about to say she's a queen, but now, like, what?
It would be nice maybe if I found one.
What about
Wow, incredible.
Charlie Kirk's message resonated with you most?
The fact that he swung the vote.
Wow. What did he swing it with?
As a single human being. And then all of a sudden.
My homie here's got drip. Unironically almost blurted out the N-word with the soft A. Because he do be drippy. Maybe the W with the soft A. I think we got to bring that back. I'm not going to say what I'm talking about, but Jamie Kennedy? What?
He passes, and his voice just gets louder.
That's crazy.
People don't die for a lie; they die for the truth.
Have you heard?
What fucking vote is he talking? What fucking vote is he talking about? Charlie Kirk swinging. Here's one of the things that bothers me the most about the conversation about Donald Trump. I think that MAGA people are insane and actually think Donald Trump is a good presidential vote. I want to be absolutely clear about Donald Trump. Donald Trump was part of 3 elections. Okay, just hear me out. He lost to 2 fucking women. I mean, excuse me. He beat 2 women and lost to a senile old man. What? In what world do you think that Donald Trump is good? He's not. Like, Donald Trump was a last-ditch vote because people didn't want to vote for women. And just to be clear, I'm not saying Kamala Harris and Hillary Clinton are good, but like realistically speaking, people in America, even more moderate people, are not ready for a woman president. They feel like the rest of the world might not respect them. It's just a reality. If Kamala Harris was a man, she literally would have won. That's literally it. I'm not saying that there aren't other issues. I'm just saying that would have edged out the vote enough. You know, people are sitting there like, okay, I have an issue with this, and this, and she's a girl. If she just wasn't a girl, people would have been like, all right, I have an issue with these 4 things, but you know what? I'll still go for her over him over Trump. You guys act like Trump is like this amazing person. He beat 2 women and lost to a senile old man. What the fuck are you talking about? Maybe based, but the first part may be based. People act like he's fucking incredible. Like he's Superman. The dude sucks. Donald Trump is literally a fucking DEI hire.
Some of the more outlandish theories about why he was assassinated?
Yeah, I have, and I don't care.
Totally.
All right, gotcha.
Where do you think the Republican Party goes from here?
Goes from here?
Yeah.
Oh,
It increases.
He's old. He doesn't care. You know what I mean?
The Democrats know they're losing, and all they have is to murder.
That's crazy. It's still not confirmed if that kid is the Democrat, though. You see, I think that the kid was like radicalized online more than anything else. I think that's what we're seeing more than anything else is people getting radicalized online. You know, people are like disconnected and getting fucking crazy. That's why you see the political violence on both sides.
And violence.
And I think what makes this kind of worse is now Nick Fuentes is like up next.
Elon
For what?
Musk, you weren't born here. Milo, you're a Jew.
Okay.
And you weren't born here.
By the way, love the Jews. I love them a lot.
Candace Owens, your husband, wasn't born here. Go the fuck home.
I disagree with all these things. I love Jewish people. I love black women with incredibly white features, especially. I also love black women that don't have incredibly white features. You know? I love all black women. Black men, No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
That's what happens when I think you take out somebody like Charlie Kirk. Now you get like Nick Fuentes is now the next guy up.
I guess.
I'm the realest nigga on the internet. That's in the middle of my generational run.
That's incredible, but not really. What the fuck's happening here?
You took out some dude who was laid back, you know, politically correct in like a Republican sense.
Not really. If you've watched this, okay, whatever, fine, sure. Whatever politically correctness is for Republican MAGA people, sure.
Now you got this Mexican white kid who's like, we need only white people, you know?
Damn, he's like terminally online. He knows that Nick Fuentes is a white kid, is Hispanic.
Yeah. Where do you think the future of the Republican Party is going to stand?
It's going to go along the Charlie Kirk route.
I'm wondering if the future of the Republican Party gets hats that fit their fucking head. Do you guys think that that's something that could happen? That's just me personally. You know, that's why you got to make them in America instead of outsourcing your MAGA hats to China.
I think, because I don't think if you think about Nick Fuentes, you don't really see.
I could put like an entire cooking glove in between the gaps of this hat and his head. Like it's just too big. Whose head is this designed for? Mine?
Be pulling a crowd like this. It's not to say anything against Nick Fuentes and like bashing him in any way, but like Erica Kirk has been named the new CEO of TPUSA, so we have that.
I love Toilet Paper USA, baby.
And I think she will do a really great job. Another person.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of people capitalizing on this whole situation going on here.
Person that's more maybe closer to Charlie Kirk in my mind, maybe might be like a John Doyle.
Come on.
And I would like to see Trump, Don Jr. and Eric and J.D. Vance and Barron one day be president.
I don't know. Barron might be a normal guy. He might be normal.
And maybe even my own nephew one day be president.
Is this, you dragged your black nephew to a racism rally? What the fuck's wrong with you?
I can see it. Yeah. Thank you.
I am actually really energized seeing all these people here to worship God and to worship Charlie.
That's so beautiful.
I think it's beautiful. I'm holding back tears right now.
Wow, that's crazy. Let him out. Let's all get a good cry in. Let's all get a good cry in.
Did you guys know Charlie? I know that the floor seats are like friends and family kind of deal.
We did not know him, but we saw him all the time. I mean, we're like, what, stalkers?
Why do
That's fucking weird. Okay, gotcha.
you think Charlie Kirk was assassinated?
Oh, I would really base it off of basically what the Tyler Robinson said, where he said that he thought that he was spreading hate in that sense, which, in my opinion, yes, to some people who might not have maybe the best worldview or maybe who are just in a bad place might think that, because maybe Charlie Kirk might seem like he's actually, berating you for the way that you are, living your life or things like that.
I was born as a man,
You mean being gay or trans?
and now I'm a woman.
Okay, no, but you don't become a woman just because you dress like a woman.
My mom's from Mexico, my dad's from Syria.
So when she came here, did she know she was breaking the law?
She was like, I think, 17, so yeah.
Did she know?
She probably know.
Okay, therefore you should go back to your country of origin. If you knew that you were invading somebody's home...
A kid?
I don't have sympathy for you.
Well, I mean, I'm not the guy that likes to bring up the whole Native American thing. Something to bring up. You should come here legally, but if you don't, I respect people who try to do the best for their family. Let me tell you something, though. At least I can appreciate the honesty from somebody saying, like, hey, you know what? I acknowledge Charlie Kirk was a hateful person if you disagree with him. Because that's what he was. And also, we have to reinforce this, trans people. I think this is one thing I really just need to reinforce here. One, no, you cannot sit here and say So I tried to make trans people seem crazy. Oh, you're just a guy in a dress. That's when you believe that a magical apple curse made us mortal and made it hurt to give birth. Okay, when you believe that we once built a tower into space and so God said, fuck that, we're going to make you have 70 different languages now. Hey, a snake spoke to a woman and said, eat this apple. Now it hurts when you push babies out of your pussy. Fuck, what the fuck? Hey guys, let's all get together once a week and we're just gonna kind of eat crackers and drink wine. Maybe a book read. Maybe we'll do a little bit of a book read. And by the way, we're cannibalizing our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. All I'm saying is if I just got thrown into the earth at 30 and you were like, oh, what's that? A trans person. Explain that to me. Hey, it's a person who feels like they were born in the wrong body. All right, what's that? Oh, that's like an entire religious organization that centralizes around fairy tales that probably could never exist, like magical apples and talking snakes and burning bushes. And it's like very hate-driven, where marital rape isn't actually a thing, and men have all the power, and women are basically slaves. And also, by the way, it justifies other slaves. Whoa, that sounds bad. You're actually bigoted and you're targeting me for my religious beliefs. It's just like, dude, you can't sit here and say that trans people are fucking crazy when you believe in God. And by the way, I love it. You can believe in God. I think it's a beautiful thing, but separate that from your logical side, you fucking weirdo. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous.
I feel like it was for religious reasons. I think there are people that don't feel comfortable in his faith and him going out speaking. And there's a religious revival going on. He was
what the fuck?
Touching people. He was getting out there.
Was he touching people? Not good. Not good. Where's the list?
I mean, I think we became tolerant about things that were not correct. I feel like we have a generation that doesn't understand what this nation was built on. They don't
What was it built on?
understand their rights. I think, unfortunately, when you pull God out of regular day life, you start to let evil in.
They were wrong.
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, this year since Trump has been president again, has been the biggest, like, anti-religious year for me. And I'm somebody who grew up believing in God. This has been my most anti-religious, like, year ever. Because this disgusting, vile shit that these fucking people say. Not this kid. He's just a kid. But let me the disgusting, vile shit that people like this say using religion as a fucking bludgeon is disgusting. Nothing has made me not want to believe in God more than disgusting people who sit here and tell me that gay and trans people are just hideous for the virtue of their existence, that we need to remove people's right to choose, like when it comes to abortion, yet they are the first ones to cut taxes for billionaires and take money out of the mouths of children dying either in America and all over the world. This has been the most disgusting, least presenting of love shit that I've ever seen in my entire life. It's gross. It's fucking gross. If I was somebody who was shopping around for a religion and I saw the religious representation in America, I would be disgusted and I would vomit all over myself. And to anybody who gets fucking upset with me by saying things that you interpret as me saying that God isn't real, be more pissed off at fucking people like this. People like this. And people who say that Charlie Kirk was like Jesus Christ, or that Donald Trump is like the fucking Lord and Savior himself, the guy who was divorced 3 times, best friends with a fucking pedophile. I don't really understand. It's just insane. Whatever.
God out of regular day life, you start to let evil in.
They were wrong, but they didn't want to accept it, so they killed him for it.
Yo.
Oh, sounds like he has his own thoughts.
Yo. What is up, brothers and sisters? This is Andrew Callahan, Channel 5 News. You guys may have noticed that I'm actually not in this video. It's because during the Charlie Kirk Memorial, I was actually down in Mexico shooting for Canal 5, an all Spanish language original content channel. I shot 4 different videos in 1 week down there.
That's cool.
And I just got back today, the day after the Charlie Kirk funeral. So I'm over here right now at Apache Junction Hotel, my favorite motel in the West. But the point is, whether or not I'm in the Sonoran Desert or Mexico or anywhere in the US, one thing stays the same, which is that I like to get informed. Using what, you might ask?
I like the Both Sides app or something.
Ground News. Ground News is a dope-ass news aggregate. It shows you exactly how all sides of the media, both left, right, and center, are covering the same stories as they unfold. And we know, especially in today's algorithmic echo chamber, disinformation, chaos, apocalypse era, staying informed across all sides of the political spectrum is incredibly important, if not the most important thing you could possibly do in your entire life at this present American moment. Nah, but for real, I actually mean it, and I'm gonna say it once again. In times like these, staying as far away as possible from the fear-mongering 24-hour news cycle and all of its salacious elements is so important, and I wanna make sure that you guys are protected against misinformation. For example, let's take the Charlie Kirk Memorial right now. As you can see using the Ground News bias distribution tool, the left and right are covering the memorial incredibly differently. The right-wing
just some guy walking in on the screen.
National Catholic Register reads, the heart of Charlie Kirk's crusade was more spiritual than political, while the left-wing World Socialist website reads, Trump, Vance turned Kirk funeral into Christian fascist rally.
Yeah, that says far left. I don't know. I don't know about Christian fascist rally. I just saw the clip where Erica Kirk is hugging Trump and Trump's like sitting there fucking talking about political shit at a moment. I don't know. The whole thing comes off as very opportunistic for people on the right, but
holy shit, Ground News. Something that also doesn't get enough attention is how many news stories aren't actually newsworthy at all. That's why Ground News actually shows you how many verified sources are covering a story as it unfolds. So you can see if a news item is real deal or just phony baloney echo chamber bullshit nonsense. Ground News. Another feature I love to use, their blind spot tool, which shows you stories that might not be appearing in your typical media bubble. And if you think that you don't have a media bubble, newsflash, jackass, we all do. Ground News. For all of these reasons, we trust Ground News to help Channel
I watch it's very religious and political. Maybe I'll watch it another day then.
5 cut straight through the noise, and right now you can subscribe for a whopping 40% off their annual unlimited access Vantage plan by using this QR code right here or clicking the link in the bio or the pinned comment of this video.
Damn, it's a 4-hour long thing, huh?
Just scan the QR code here or click the link below to sign up. 40% off Vantage plan, Ground News, Channel 5. Boom! Nah, but for real, supporting Ground News means helping to support us, which means that we can keep making dope-ass bipartisan videos like this and giving y'all coverage that isn't watered down or even worse, dictated by corporate interests. So stay informed, and most importantly, don't let the media tell you what to think. All right, back to the mean streets of Glendale, Arizona.
What do you think is the biggest threat to American values today?
Wokeism.
Whoa! You said that unironically.
You can't be transgender because God chose a gender for you already.
You can't be transgender because God exists. Come on, man. I'm not trying to be fucking rude, dude. You can't do that. You just can't do that, dude. You can't say you don't think trans people are real and then quote a guy you've never seen before. Okay? And then vote for the party that takes money from children.
And the challenge is to work with it. Not throw it away or think you can judge them.
What do you guys think is the biggest threat to American values right now?
Damn. I could see why she has a black grandson. I'm just gonna be fucking real with you. She's thick as hell, dude. Just saying, dude. I got the same taste as Jamaican men. It's a beautiful thing.
Now,
Islam.
Sorry, what the fuck? What did this fucking kid just say?
What do you guys think is the biggest threat to American values right now?
Islam.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. This kid is fucking indoctrinated by this insane woman. Insanely thick, am I right?
Very good.
Very good. Keep talking.
Literally tells people that you can have 4 wives and beat those wives. And also the Prophet Muhammad had a 9-year-old wife. So
hey, wait until he finds out that you can beat and rape your wife in Christianity and own slaves and also rape children. Wait until you find out though that Christianity is, the Bible's horrible. It is horribly abusive to women, to slaves, to children. There's one woman in there that's like you could fucking kill your kid if they're mean to you. If they talk back at you, you could beat them. This shit's fucking crazy, dude. Bro, the religious extremists are bad across the board, regardless of the religion. That's it. Jesus fuck. These people are fucking indoctrinated. This kid is indoctrinated. It's actually fucking scary the way that they treat these kids.
Oh, I don't think that's representative of American values or values of the West. And
Is it okay to have another religion besides Christ?
Not in America, because our
Guys, I fought for your freedoms. I mowed down a bunch of people in Vietnam for your freedoms. By the way, you shouldn't have any. Great. That's at least he's living his truth.
Our Constitution's based on Judeo-Christian values.
It's Judeo, but no, it's not.
If you're a Muslim, a Sharia law Muslim, you believe that you have to kill Jews and Christians.
Okay, maybe. I don't really know about anything about Sharia law, but I think that if you're any type of religious extremist, you're not good for America.
If you're a communist, you believe that you have to control the world. Well,
The fuck are you talking about? Didn't Donald Trump just get like the government to have to own parts of different businesses? Isn't that communism? Isn't he bailing out the farmers that he is negatively impacting? Isn't that socialism, communism? What?
well, we don't control the world. We're not looking
Judo-Christian. Austin Powers, baby.
to control the world. We conquered the world in World War II. The whole world was ours, and we gave it back. No,
Who the fuck? What do you mean we conquered the world?
no, really.
Yeah.
Japan is Japan. Germany is Germany.
Is that a bad thing?
We didn't keep it for ourselves.
Okay.
We're for freedom in the world.
Wow.
Losing
Except for when you want to believe in other religions. Got it.
Charlie's really sad, but I think it created a million more Charlies, and I look forward to seeing what
Charlie Browns.
the future has to bring to the United States and around the world.
Have you heard the theory that Charlie Kirk was assassinated to distract from the Epstein files?
I did hear that theory. By the way, I do not co-sign that theory. Somebody else said it.
No, that's not true.
Okay. I have never spoken to President Trump about the Epstein files.
How old are you?
I'm 14.
14. So it seems like Charlie did a lot for young men
Gotta hide the shirt around this one.
specifically. When did you first find out about Charlie Kirk?
After he died and my grandma told me to.
In the 2024 election, I started seeing his videos.
Which ones have really resonated with you?
What resonated with you most about his message?
How he would debate and stay calm,
What's the favorite debate?
and also how he would prove them wrong as well.
Like with what? Give me like an example.
Where did you go to college?
Show a video of what. Give me his favorite video. Dude, Charlie Kirk was a performative debater that showed up to schools to talk to unprepared young kids about topics, and he knew how to steamroll people. What are you talking about? That's what his whole entire platform was. And then he clipped it and put it on Instagram. That kid saw him like 3 times on an Instagram. We're like, oh, this is so base. He's saying something bad about a trans person or a gay person.
College.
I went to Arizona State.
Okay. Would you say that there was like a lot of liberal messaging in the university?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. So I graduated in 2020. I played college sports. We were all required. I mean, I wasn't on the team when
Did you get replaced by a trans woman? Is that what happened?
they started mandating this, but it was vaccines. You had to wear the like LGBTQ pride shirt
Oh, they're making you wear gay shirts now? Really? I've never seen that.
to honor that.
Really?
And
Who?
so
Where is that happening? But she said she didn't have to do that, so other people, I guess, are doing that now.
I missed a lot of it in the sports, but by the time I had graduated, it was ushered in. And
Yeah,
even my
ushered.
classes I felt were very liberal leaning.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy. Have you guys ever thought about the fact that educated people tend to gravitate towards the left because as not great as the Democratic Party is, it's better than the Republican Party, which has to rely on constant gerrymandering, not banning gerrymandering in any capacity, and losing the popular vote? The entire conservative party is religious extremism. Religious extremism. Ah! Don't. What the fuck are you talking about? What?
It was unfortunate what happened.
All of the messaging is anti-gay and anti-trans. There's no policy. We're gonna do a bunch of tariffs. Up, stock market crash. Hey friends, buy into the stocks. All right, we're not doing those anymore. All right, back up. All right, we're kind of gonna do them now. Ah, fuck. Oh shit, what's happening? Oh no, I fucked the economy. The Fed has to lower interest rates to put more money into the market because we're gonna hit a recession really quick. By the way, actually, it was Ukraine's fault that the war happened. Fuck, that strong arm tactic didn't work. Oh shit, Ukraine just blew up a bunch of fucking Russian tanks or ships or planes or whatever. Fuck, I guess we can't push that narrative. All right, we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Let's do a new controversy over here. Let's build hotels in Gaza. Oh, okay, shit, that's not going on. Oh fuck, people found out about the Epstein files. Okay, what should I do? Fuck, I need to talk about that. I need to do something other crazy. Let's put a Pokemon meme up about catching all the illegal immigrants. Let's use Theo Bond's voice and piss him off. Let's do all these different things. Wait, Tylenol is actually bad. I can't say acetaminophen. I'm a grown man. I can't say acetaminophen. Nobody could coach me on how to say acetaminophen. My mom took too much Tylenol, and I didn't get a speech coach. She's like, what the fuck's happening?
Happened. It was terrible what happened, and it's disgusting what happened.
I almost guarantee that this guy has like a fucking, he has like a tag team belt or like a hardcore championship title somewhere.
But when you see the Charlie Kirk effect, this is all he ever wanted, is for a revival within the United States of America and all over the world. This is all he ever dreamed and
That's so beautiful. Could you imagine getting one of the seats that's like right behind a pillar? Damn, it's terrible stuff.
hoped for. This is all he ever preached. So to see it come true, unfortunately, when it comes to his death,
you know what's crazy here? Oh, what the fuck? That guy looks crazy. He's crying. If you see down here, there's wheels on this cross. Don't you think it's disrespectful to put wheels on the cross? Didn't Jesus have to bear the cross and drag it himself? And you guys can't even have two people pick it up and move it. You got to put some fucking tires on it. Disrespectful to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Amen.
It's a bittersweet moment.
Do you think freedom of speech is under attack?
I do.
Of course our freedom of speech is under attack. People are so fucking stupid. The literal fucking FCC chair was threatening ABC to take Jimmy Kimmel off the air. Oh, actually, that didn't happen. Yes, it is under attack. Our freedom of speech is under attack. You guys are fucking weirdos. What are you talking about? How many times does Trump sue bad news? Oh, I don't like the news about this person. Oh, I'm not going to let this news organization ask questions. Oh, he's threatening people's freedom of speech. What are you talking about? What? I just want to show you another aspect of freedom of speech being taken down. So there was this a beautiful statue of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein holding hands. But some say this might be real. I don't know, because I don't know if you guys know this, but they were best friends. And the group that put it up had a permit for it to be there. And somebody, I'm assuming Donald Trump, the federal government, the government, took it down before it was supposed to be taken down on Sunday. And they cited because there was a permit violation, but they never told NPR what the permit violation was. So a statue criticizing Donald Trump for being best friends with a pedophile was put up near the Capitol building. They had a permit. That permit was violated, and there was no meaningful reason given. This is a threat to freedom of speech. This is part of freedom of speech. This is freedom of expression. The Trump administration is hell-bent on restricting your freedom of speech and your freedom of expression. And two things: when Republicans are no longer in power, because you're living a deluded fantasy if you think it's going to be forever, why are you not afraid that there's going to be retaliation from Democrats? And also, why do you not think that Donald Trump is going to come after you next if he doesn't like what you have to say? So, yes, Donald Trump is a explicit threat to freedom of speech. Clip. So true.
I do. Jimmy Kimmel got fired for making a joke, which is just ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I don't care that Jimmy Kimmel got fired. The head of the FCC, Trump-appointed FCC, threatened the network if they didn't take him off the air. So
he was even asked to apologize. He refused, which I'm proud of him for refusing. I think, if they can say what they want, why can't we?
It's funny though, because if you notice, if you just decide not to listen to Trump, he doesn't really do much about it. He's kind of a pussy. Oh, you better apologize and give money to TPUSA. No. Okay. Hey, guys, you better stop instigating Russia, Ukraine. They bomb a bunch of fucking planes. Trump just lets it go. He's a pussy. He lets it go like that. Trump has no fucking balls. It's all bravado, and then when you stand up to him, he's like, all right. Oh, yeah, I guess you can do that. No socialism. Give socialism to farmers because the farmers voted against their best interests. Whoa, that's crazy. It's crazy. Can't even say acetaminophen.
I don't think there's any right or wrong for anybody. They believe what they believe, you know? And you can't fault them for that.
How did you feel about Jimmy Kimmel being taken off?
Oh, he was a hack. He didn't get any views. He didn't get any ratings. He's just a bad joke.
Air.
Ratings, he didn't have it. That's
bad comedian.
Probably the only reason.
No.
Wasn't political. Just he didn't have the ratings.
Dude, every day, my God is testing me to fucking say slurs. This is insane. Not against this guy. Sorry, that was out of context. I meant calling this guy a slur, the R slur that is acceptable on YouTube for whatever reason, but I personally do not choose to use. That was fucking crazy. That's a rough one. Okay, sorry. All right. I called it, though, for the old man. Okay? Just to be clear. Sorry. Sorry. All right, let's continue.
Wasn't political. Just he didn't have the ratings.
I actually don't like it, because ultimately, Charlie wouldn't have liked that.
That's actually so true. Charlie Kirk was a very adamant pro-free speech guy.
Charlie is the ultimate advocate for the freedom of speech.
That is true.
Stop talking, that's when violence happens.
That is true. Charlie Kirk is quoted saying, I think he's quoted saying that there's no such thing as hate speech, there's just like mean speech or whatever.
So if there's any type of government coercion in regards to that, that's something that Charlie would have been against.
I agree. Base king.
Even when it comes to disparaging comments, he would let the people come, at the...
I love moments like this because, like, you see that the Kirk supporters are starting, like, they're starting to be like, the Trump supporters are starting to be like, there's some stuff that's off about this. Epstein was the first big one. I think that the freedom of speech shit is like the second one. We're going to see, there's going to be another escalation, and it would have been like, wait a minute. Like, Trump doesn't understand that he's about to have the most brutal wait a minute moment ever. He's going to have the most insane wait a minute moment. People need to understand this. There's going to be a point. I don't know exactly what it is, but there's going to be a point where he says something that other conservatives disagree with so much, his entire legacy will crumble like that. I'm not even kidding. It might be a year or two, but Trump is going to say something that's going to destroy his entire legacy. He's already building up with the Epstein stuff. People are already a little wonky on that. Freedom of speech, people are getting wonky on that. He's going to do some shit that's going to crack. And you know it's going to happen because people don't realize this, but you know what we've been saying for the past 4 years? Oh man, the right is so unified. They stick together. They're so unified. But right now, everybody's thrashing around. There's constant like people on the right that are like they're chirping at each other. Things are gonna pop. The bubble's gonna burst.
College campus, Charlie would let the people come to the mic and say what it is that they want to say, and he would debate them in good faith. And if freedom of speech does come with its risks, and that includes those who want to use disparaging remarks to put people down and
as long as you're not inciting violence,
try to destroy one another. But at the end of the day, he still stood for it because that's the American way. That's how we get any type of headway in our country is through dialogue, and
that's a beautiful message.
That's why I'm a bit upset at the conservative response when it comes to Jimmy Kimmel.
You know what? I respect that. I genuinely respect that, even if I disagree with that guy. And even if I was at the rally and I brought a referee with me, I would have won the hardcore championship. I 100% agree with everything that guy just said. No cap.
All right, here's the thing.
Yeah, I hear you.
Again, I'm going to tell you truth again.
All right, let's hear you tell us the truth.
The population of America is 4% of the world's population.
I mean, that sounds right. What percentage of the world's population is American? All right, 4.2%. Yeah, it sounds right.
We're 4% of the world's population.
Okay.
You had a 96% chance of being born someplace else.
That's true.
And God gave you the gift of being born free in the United States of America.
Sure. Okay.
What are you going to do with the gift?
What the fuck does that have to do with Jimmy Kimmel?
We got to come together, man.
I don't know what the fuck. He's just ranting.
Just one love, one idea, one country, man. We're all in the same battle. Man. I think America's got a lot of work to do, man.
People need to start having mutual respect for each other, and we need to
It's okay to like babies being born. That's beautiful.
stop using dehumanizing languages like calling each other fascists, white supremacists, racists.
Well, Trump has called people fascists and communists and stuff.
We're all Americans and we're all humans.
I think the political divide in the news media, they will say things that aren't fact.
Which news media? Because I'll agree that like the media on the left will sometimes do that as well. Which one? Is it both, or is it just the ones you disagree with?
And they will get people hyped up and believing that Charlie's a racist, or the people that
He was a racist.
follow Trump are horrible, bad, evil people.
They're not. They're just very stupid. This guy's a horrible, bad, evil person. But they're like, honestly, and I'm not even saying that you're smart if you are the Democrat, but some people who vote, a lot of the people I see voting for Trump are fucking so goddamn dumb. I'm sorry. I don't know, man. I mean, I could say Ben Shapiro's a smart guy. I can respect that. I guess most people who vote are fucking stupid, huh? I don't know, dude. I just have family, and I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, I just don't understand it. I got a family member who owns a business, and he's like frustrated. He's like, yeah, it's not even the tariffs that are affecting people, but people keep hiring non-union workers because he employs union members only. And it's just killing us. And it's like, you don't see how these two things are linked? The tariffs making people feel more economically pressured, not being able to afford the union laborers who will probably do a better job. Oh, yeah, no, you don't see that. Okay, gotcha. Incredible. Okay.
When really it's the media spinning words, and using their words to cause harm to people who believe different.
That's crazy. What's your belief, by the way? Gay people don't deserve the same rights? Oh, okay.
The trilogy of freedom is our family, our country, and our God.
Okay.
Do you think he'll forgive you if you throw your life back in his face when you commit suicide?
What?
That's a greater sin to me. By spitting in God's face.
This guy has some demons he's working through.
How's that going to work? How's that going to...
This guy's got some demons. Here, I'll just play this for you.
Jason Kringle's situation it is.
Cannot call someone who you disagree with opponents. You can't call someone who you disagree with a fascist. Leaders cannot.
They're fascists. Joe Biden, he's an enemy of the state. It's a very demonic party. Nancy Pelosi said, please don't call them animals. They're human beings. I said, no, they're animals. Of course, I think she's an animal, too. You want to know the truth? Democrats, they're fascists.
Whoa, Democrats, they're fascists. Donald Trump never said that. Donald Trump never said Democrats are fascists. He does the same fucking thing. You guys are just like completely, I don't know. You guys are like butt farted. You guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Here we go.
These far-left fascists, led by Harris and her group. We have a fascist person running who's incompetent. She's a Marxist, communist, fascist, socialist. She's not actually a socialist. She's gone past that. Somebody's got to explain this woman. There's a radical left Marxist, communist, fascist.
Wow, so we did it, guys. You know?
Going to go carry the pain, because carrying
this guy's
the
going through a
war,
lot.
you're killing people, and to carry that, it's not easy.
OG's going through a lot of shit.
It works on you, and especially when you're 20, especially then. So I'm giving you insight as to what post-traumatic stress is and how we're trying to deal with it.
Yeah, apparently not with robust mental health agencies, because you voted conservative.
And at the end, I do woodshop therapy to help me.
That's a beautiful thing.
Keeps me busy. You see? So I'm making something, and look at that. And I can give it to my family, and they go, oh, wow, thank you very much. You know, so that works for me.
This is so sad.
So I can say, okay, I can get off my riverboat.
This is unironically sad as fuck.
And I'm going to give you insight on that. Please. Okay? Some veterans wonder if God will forgive them because they don't understand the difference between killing and murder.
What's the difference?
You kill someone because your life is in danger. So you're protecting America.
I feel like Vietnam was kind of an L for us, though, honestly.
Because they're attacking the world and they want to destroy America. So you're killing them, all right? But murder is, I don't like that guy. I'm going to plan on taking him out. You see the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah, just to be clear, pretty sure Charlie Kirk wasn't exactly a big fan of caring about Gazan children. So something to think about.
Okay, so that's the difference.
All right, y'all. The event is over. Trump ended it.
Hold on a second. Boop, boop, boop. I gotta do something here. I just wanted to. So this looks like. Have you guys seen like the dirty area like after the Charlie Kirk rally? And I've seen people like, oh no, it's the people on the left doing it. This guy's wearing a "We Are Charlie" shirt, and then actually on the other side it says "bump, bump, 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 bump." I don't know if you guys knew that. And this guy's walking around with an American flag on a horse. Pretty badass. Also, probably not a liberal thing to do. Okay, the only thing liberals like to do is watch sword stack goblins get fucked by horses. But they also imagine themselves as the horse. Me personally, kind of gross. Don't think that that's appropriate, but some people do. So I just wanted to point that out.
All right, y'all. The event is over. Trump ended it. Honestly, it was a pretty big disappointment on Trump's end. We had some really good speeches in there. Obviously, Saddam couldn't get in. He has a face condition, so I had to go in.
I think we
He has a face condition? What the fuck does that mean?
found an answer to autism. How about that?
How was it?
All right, what do we find?
Outside.
It was cool. You know what I mean? There's a couple of like arguments.
Come right here, dude.
I'm not scared of nobody but Jesus.
Jump
baby.
over. Jump over. Jump over.
Hey,
Talk
man,
your
listen.
shit. See? Talk shit.
I'm not
Jump
talking
over.
shit.
Talk shit then.
I'm not talking
Jump
shit.
over.
What the fuck is happening right now?
I'm telling
Jump
you.
over.
Why are two old white guys arguing?
You would rather jack
Jump
off a girl
over.
in the phone booth. than
I'm
fuck with
saying
me.
talk shit.
You spread nothing but.
Charlie didn't die for this.
Stupid you are.
Okay. Oh, I love that.
You know, Yogi Berra said it's hard to make predictions, especially about the future.
The West
Say Yogi Bear? What the fuck's happening, dude? I think I'm fucking blowing my balls out.
Westboro Baptist Church came there, right?
The Westboro Baptist Church did come.
That's pretty cool.
Charlie Kirk was a fake Christian.
God bless.
God still hates things.
All right. Not God. All right. We were so close. So fucking close, dude. We were so fucking close. Oh my god.
That's pretty sick. I saw Kyle Rittenhouse inside.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I tried to ask him.
Guys, you guys ever watch The Dark Crystal? You had the fucking... You guys remember that movie? They actually did a Netflix miniseries on it. I wish they continued it. It was actually really good. But basically, there's these things called the Skeksis, and that's these guys. And then there's like the other things called whatever the fuck that is. And basically, if you're being basic here, they're tied to each other. It's like one Skeksis for one mole man or whatever the fuck they're called. I feel like Kyle Rittenhouse and David Hogg are like they have that relationship. You know? All right, get out the screen.
I saw Kyle Rittenhouse inside.
Right, Kyle Rittenhouse. I feel like David Hogg is Kyle Rittenhouse's Skeksy or the other way around. There's just something going on there. You know, they're just like bound to each other. You know? I don't know.
Yeah. I tried to ask him some questions. I wanted to ask him if like he had any sympathy for the shooter, given like his history.
That's true.
But yeah.
You know what I would have asked Kyle Rittenhouse? Ask him if he had any fucking cigarettes.
I mean, everyone thought I was Andrew, so I had a good time. Honestly,
cool. Wow, this guy's incredible.
Inside was like, it was like a very loving environment, and then the speakers got talking, and it was like war cries.
I hate my opponent.
Wow.
And I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Erica.
Father,
Wow. That's just disgusting. She's...
forgive them, for they not know what they do.
Okay, said that a little interestingly.
You have no idea. The dragon you have awakened. You have no idea.
Oh, these are some tough words. I hope the guy looks that tough.
How determined we will be to save this civilization, to save the West, to save...
Wow. Tough guy speech. That was interesting. All right.
This republic.
America was his home, and
that's wearing makeup.
He was willing to die for it.
Corporatism mixed with Christianity and like vague religious identitarianism, just kind of all wrapped up into this one thing where like the enemy is evil.
You have nothing. You are nothing. You are wickedness. You are jealousy. You are envy. You are hatred. You are nothing.
It's like a little guy saying that, you know? It's like, well, that's silly, you know? It's just a silly little guy saying that. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's just a silly little guy saying that stuff.
And yeah, I don't know, it was a super strange feeling, but everybody was really nice, like, you know, to us.
That's good.
Which is cool.
Yeah, I noticed that people were like hella chill with me as well. You know what I mean?
But other than that, I mean, it was fun. It's hot as fuck here. They keep saying Charlie Kirk's in heaven. Lucky him he's not in fucking Phoenix, you know what I mean? It's hot as hell out here.
Channel 5.
That's great.
Live worldwide, Hollywood and Vine.
Fuck the authority, Channel 5 News.
Channel 55. We don't fuck with custers. And 5 is the best number.
Yeah, that was actually very entertaining.